welcome to our Young at Art affiliated Google Hangout open mic series, episode 6. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands! This first poem is called, I'm just making up the title right now. This first poem is a love letter to poetry. I used to touch her with a candy cane lick. Sweet, like watermelon juice with a splash of wax. I press my chest up against her back, her breath in left hand warm. We spoke in calypso jive, live in love making, with love taking time, minds flown parallel with thought. She reached out to touch me with tickle me fingers and squinted at the shade. A lick of light, making her brave to lean in, to look out, to see the man with the question mark on his face, the barking dog, the junkyard car, the pace, thrown off by caterpillar time. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our Google Hangout open mic series! I'm glad that you're all here with us. I want to shout out Young at Art, who always supports us in everything that we do, Pomi. I also want to give a shout out to Marilyn and Neville Adams. We're so sorry that I think that you're snowed in or snowed out of school, so you weren't able to hang out with us this week. But I invite you back again next Tuesday. It will be great to see how all the poets are developing, and we always love hearing your work. And as you already know, you're already family. I have some great poets here today. I have 3 poets to perform, and what I would like to do is introduce them to the sit down stage and to go ahead and give you everything lovely in their poetry. So up first, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Paige. Put your hands together for Paige!
You picked yourself up and you were gone. With the passion of a palette and all the lonely nights you had suffered, you grabbed your paintbrush and you were gone. Smearing the setting sky with the essence of your beautiful bruises, still throbbing on your fists, and the resounding red bite marks plaguing paper-thin skin on your wrists, as you sat curled up and sobbing on your bathroom floor, as you smeared your everlasting beauty across reflective tiles, you were gone. Rising through the sunroof of your car, stretching your arms to pump your fists and kiss the sky, with lips torn to a bloody pulp by teeth, desperate to feel something, anything, other than empty. He picked her up at 6. He picked up a bottle by the neck, his girlfriend by the wrist, and he was gone in his death grip, chiseling away with knuckles each day to refine her fragile cheekbones, her broken soul. It's gotten to the point where sometimes in your dreams the screams and the bed springs all sound the same, where sometimes you shiver at the thought of intimacy because the cold of winter showed you that pumping fists and beating hearts look similar in the dark. He picked up a pen and he was gone in his journal, and his guitar strings gone, and his lips on the beauty of your chest rising slowly, receding all at once, masking the tears, searing the whites of your eyes turned pink until your sobs and the pain of your gashes throbbing in your hands subside, gone, and the words "I love you" and "you're beautiful" in bold green marker as concealer on your wrists to cover up the regret from last night. One lonely night you picked up 5 claws and a knife, and with the most vibrant reds you painted the inferno of your mind on the pale canvas of your ribcage, serrated tip tracing the unrecognizable, sobbing, maybe then you'd finally be a masterpiece, unrecognizable, tears streaming down your face, streaking deep coppery red across pale skin pink, blending with the horizon of your collarbones, but in that moment, you were art. Expressing the shame, the pain you hadn't known how to before, you did it again, over and over, each time with an emptier body, an emptier mind, an emptier heart, until you were gone. As you sat limp on the bathroom floor with the only paintbrush that ever sufficed, you were free. Thank you.
Woo! Get it, girl.
And up next to the mic, I would like to introduce Jessica Bell.
Miss Bell! Woo!
He was Calluses. He was the only thing that made the world feel like it wasn't collapsing. He could make planet collision absolutely breathtaking. Fluorescent paint splatter of stars slow dripping across the plum-colored sky and constellations breaking at the bonds. He was autumn nights when your eyes blur the colors of the changing leaves under street lights together. And peanut butter toast that is just before burnt on the edges that you make on crisp Sunday mornings, both which I find are unbelievably irresistible. Who made seasickness better than lovesickness, that having the Atlantic Ocean in your lungs could only make you crave more, because I don't have the whole world in my hands, but underneath my pale flesh waiting to rip open at the seams, sewn together by perfect flaws. He was the only thing that made beauty about mind and soul and not body and love marks. He made love feel safe. Like your purple marshmallow winter jacket when you were young and praying in grandma's car, like seatbelts with drunk drivers as you watched them sloppily turn the steering wheel onto 125th Street. He was paint trimming that matched ceilings and flowers that accented white-walled rooms. He was home decor that decorated much more than broken family apartments, but words with lace and elegance. He was Calluses. He said, "It's the little things. When you find someone who's like the universe to explore, everything else just becomes background noise." He made details melt into your mind, like how they held their fork at every meal or how they say your name when the sun has curled up under the horizon. You don't want to forget the small conversations you had or what shirt they were wearing. It's also surreal how much you remember about a person, because you hold memories with them and just hope they mean something. But to him, they meant nothing. He was a passerby.
Natalie Rosario, please call the main office at star 800.
Whoops a daisy.
Natalie Rosario, please call the office at star 800 or come to the main office.
Typical difficulties. But to him, they meant nothing. He was a passerby. Paint that chipped, flowers that died. He was Calluses. Thank you.
Yay!
That poem, that was a delicious poem. And then right at the close, even with like the announcement, like just went back into the line, and that's tough to do because we filmed this out of a school and we didn't have anybody on the phone details. So
Sorry.
thanks for bearing with the background noise.
Yay!
He was Calluses. Give it up for Jay Bell.
Yeah, Jay Bell!
Love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, I would like to introduce a very special poet. Please put your hands together for Power Dave. Clap for David Walker.
Yeah! Finish strong.
Disregard my skin tone, my mind's a prism, and I'm wild and sick with it. I produce poems, the scripts with it. I'm free and I won't praise one until I see him. I'm alive so I don't need him. I was made to one day be him. I can't pay that freaking diem. The world deserves my fertilizer, it needs to grow. All these earlobes I'm sterilizing with text until my toner's low or your head'll blow. Don't just slip into these rhymes, let your mind soak in. Dip into what I'm flipping. No, I ain't fitting the description because I ain't a typical black kid, but I still got the big lips. I'm touched by something special like I swam up out of big fish. And I used to kill juice boxes and watch Zoom running around the house like I'm Sonic from the cartoon. The dark in my closet were my only two fears. Never would I thought I'd be spilling poems in your waxy ears. Who knew it'd only take a few years to amount to this? Now I got all my peers thinking I'm profound with this. Like, really? To me, I'm just babbling. My goal is to reach the world and all of its inhabitants, preaching what I dabble in, teaching them have unraveling, and I don't really care. I'm still wearing these raggalins. Forget the Pope clothes. I wonder where my hope goes. I'm progressing and impressing. Hope for money by the bolo. Keep messing with the blowholes while I'm earning dimes. But it don't really matter because I found myself. It just took some time.
Give it up for Walker! And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Google Hangout. I just like to have the poets come up and talk to you for a moment and to give you a few tidbits. Somebody can take the stool.
All right, so thank you very much to everyone who tuned into our Write Out Loud spoken word poetry episode 6. We'd love to see you tune in and listen, and we hope to see you next week.
So next week we invite you to come into and to hang out with us or to view. And I also had a couple of things that I wanted to tell you. I want to give a shout out to Young at Art, of course, that
Young at Art.
always supports us. I want to give a shout out to Jess Laux, who heads
Woo!
this thing
Yeah.
every week. So shout out to her. And also, I want to remind you that the 21st of this month, January 21st, at 4:30, there will be a writer's workshop at Young at Art on 50 Purnell Place right here in Manchester, Connecticut. And it's going to be a workshop that focuses on many genres of writing. So whether it's poetry or fiction or playwriting, I invite you to come. And then afterwards, at 6 o'clock, we have an open mic event for poets to just get on the mic and spit their poems. So that's January 21st at Young at Art on 50 Purnell Place right here in Manchester, Connecticut. We invite you there. And peace.
Thank you.